Hey YouTube, it's Ben Gussel. Just more in my home neighborhood. Just had a little tiff with my mom. Won't get into it. But maybe I'll start this video with a few questions for you guys. How in the heck are some of you guys, or all you guys, not angry right now? And how in the heck is someone supposed to trying to think how to put this. When you're kind of just dumped on, right? If you're just, there's no outlet for anger, or at least there's fewer options. How do you handle it? How do you guys handle it? Sorry, we got some people doing yard work. Whatever. It's my neighborhood, I guess. Growing up, somewhat, one of my teens. I want to know how you guys are managing to keep everything under control. And just in case you're wondering why I believe it's hard to keep things under control, well, let's go through the list, shall we? Apparently, many of us are self-employed in the United States, including myself. And many of us are not in a position where we can pay all the taxes we owe by whenever the government deems it necessary to have taxes in. So that's one big thing, is that financial stress. That's a huge one. And I could be irate about that as it is anyway. The second thing is top of that very big issue is many of us have not been able to work. We've been forced not to work. And then many of us have lost businesses. And that, on top of taxes in general, is a huge reason why I think everybody's blowing their tops right now. Huge reason. But let's go on to a third thing here that's going on. Because the COVID-19 thing is more just an anxiety thing. It's a really minor issue compared to all the people out of work, or a lot of people that are having financial struggles. Yeah, we're not able to save, not able to socialize like we normally would. And there's a lot of people outside right now, so whatever. Let's go on to something else here. I kind of feel like what's happened recently with George in Minneapolis, in all due honesty, this is yet one more event that some people are using to point the finger at me. Why? And they don't know who I am? Oh my gosh, seriously folks, there are so many people out right now. It's okay. It's like, we got somebody walking the dog, we got bikers, I'm trying not to film anybody. It's usually how I like to do things. And it's literally impossible, so whatever. So why are people still pointing the finger at me? They don't know who I am. They have no idea. Well, I assume that some of you guys know me pretty well, at least. It's because I'm white. That's the only reason why people would point the finger at me. And I've heard it throughout my entire life. Because I'm white, it's my fault. This is my fault, that's my fault. I should watch this video about some people I don't know who were treated poorly by the cops or by their classmates in high school. And somehow, even though I'm thousands of miles away from them, it's somehow my fault because I'm white. No, I mean, I get it that many of you guys don't believe that. But there's enough of you who do. That boils my blood. It really does. And all you have to realize why that would be so angering is imagine that being you. You put yourself in my shoes. But on top of all that, I have to deal with additional things that are hard that I don't want to get into right now. But if you see some of the other videos, you'll know why. You'll know why. So I'm asking you guys again, how are you guys able to keep it together? Oh, and unless I forget, there's all the other things you guys have to deal with that I don't. Additional struggles you guys have. And there's probably some things I'm not even mentioning that are also things I'm simultaneously dealing with as well. So I'm trying to express this stuff. I can't even speak my mind at my parents' home. My mom hates it when I yell. It doesn't matter if it's directed at her or anyone else. That's my mom, so that's why I'm out here. Usually when I'm at my place, I can largely do what I want to do. And also, because of COVID-19, when people are in closer quarters, yeah, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of outbursts. You probably only hear less than 1% of all that stuff that's actually happening domestically. So then we have cops that are coming to all these domestic issues, probably domestic disturbances. Isn't that a wonderful thing? I kid you not. Right now, in my own neighborhood, I've probably counted 20 or so people outside, masks on some of them. I mean, it's like, there's no way, in heck, even my neighborhood in Kenmore, there's no way people are outside. Okay. I had no beef with that. Again, only reason why it's an annoyance is because I'm trying not to film them. I don't know how some of you guys do it. So, yeah, I'm angry. I'm angry because of all the... I was trying to mention this before in another video before I was interrupted, and I'm making this one. I'm angry because of the number of comments I've been reading that to me can completely negate any efforts made to try to be on better terms with people that are less like you in some way. Not just racially, but including racially. It seems like everybody's consumed with race. Everyone. This is where I get angry. If a person dwells on race, how can that be a healthy thing in terms of not being racist? This is for anyone, because it doesn't matter what race you are. If you, it's just one of those no-brainers. It's like, when you talk about people in a disparaging way because of their race, you're racist. That's the definition of racism. Or you do things that are disparaging. There's increasing levels of racism. We realize it's a spectrum. There is no justification for any of that kind of behavior ever based on your skin color. That's ridiculous. The whole stigma of being racist loses any of its sting. It loses any of its sting if some races are excluded from being racist. It's just one of the most retarded things I've ever experienced in this life. And this day and age, I don't care. I honestly don't care who disagrees with that. It's absolutely patently ridiculous. And that whole thing, and looting is justified. That whole train of thought is absolutely insane. You guys realize if we legitimize looting for African Americans in the inner city, you realize if we legitimize that, if we say, oh, that's okay, you deserve it, get some free stuff. Whoever's doing it, both white and black, if you realize if we say that's okay, we're going to have every single business in the whole nation looted. Who wouldn't want free stuff? We're going to have people acting like primates. I don't mean that in a racist way at all. I mean, everybody is going to go nuts. People that want free stuff and they're lawless, they're going to break the law. Because looting is okay now. That's what's going to happen. And people that are going to be law-abiding Sorry, folks, I'm gonna go back the other way. These are way too many people. I'm trying to avoid filming people. But you can have law-abiding people be like, what the heck's going on? That's what's gonna happen. A lot of people are just gonna be in shock about how lawless a lot of people are because they're being allowed by police to do things. There's always those videos that are anti-police, and a lot of times it's about a black person being unjustly whatever, but we don't know always. These videos are very short. We don't always know what the situation was, and oftentimes you find out that it's a little more gray than we realize, or maybe the officer's in the right. So I see these comments, I see these attitudes. I want nothing to do with any of this propaganda crap from the left or from the right. I don't hate people because of their skin color. I am not going to be pulled in one direction or the other. I'm not a supremacist. I do not care at all for media that seems to encourage that train of thought. And I'm angry about it. I'm extremely angry about it. I know it's propaganda. I know there are efforts being made to divide Americans, to get people to fight people of other races. I know this is what's going on. You can't tell me it's not going on. There are more pedestrians. It's impossible. Sorry, folks. It's impossible to make a video right now without filming people. Way too many people out right now. We just need more public space. Apparently, university place. I find it very hard to understand. Okay, so what else do they want to say in this video? My personality is such where if I get emotional about a subject, I will raise my voice. It doesn't always mean I'm going to bust someone's head in. I had this conversation with one of my friends recently who was more sensitive that way. I tried to explain to him, no, I'm not going to hurt you. No, not at all. If I didn't raise my voice, a lot of people wouldn't realize just how much I am actually passionate about something. It is everybody's God-given right. I sound like a New Yorker right now. It is everybody's God-given right to be upset about something. And if someone so chooses not to ever raise their voice, then that's their choice. But there are things that I have to raise my voice about. One of them is tolerance for looting. The other one is police corruption. It goes both ways. It's all this stuff. How is any of this any mystery? How is any of this different from how you guys feel? If you guys feel differently, well, maybe it's because you're seeing a lot of one side. There are most cops I still think are law-abiding. Most cops I'll still put my trust in. Some I won't, but we don't always know who they are. But yeah, it's true. I mean, we all should understand this. Black people in general, and if you're a young man who's black, you're going to be singled out by the police. That, we have to keep fighting that crap. The way to fight that is not by looting and vandalizing businesses. It's by having greater control over the government. It's who the police chief chooses as policemen. It's the psychological profiles that they run. It's the process by which someone becomes a cop. It's the penalties that cops need to experience, including losing their jobs, if they misbehave because they have guns, for crying out loud. This is why I've never liked the militarization of police, ever. I've never liked, it's a downhill spiral. The more you militarize the police, the more that citizens arm themselves and fight the cops. And violence begets violence. And there's no way to rectify it. Whose side am I on? I'm on my. I'll put it this way. A lot of you guys wouldn't even agree. A lot of you guys wouldn't even understand. But if those guys, I'm sure actually most of my viewers actually probably do. The side that I'm on is the side of good. I allied myself with all people who want to be good. That's who I'm allying myself with. I don't have any alliances along racial lines at all. I don't, I might ally myself with my church, sure. But I only ally myself with my church because I believe God leads my church, and I'm looking at the leaders of my church who I'm following, not others. And personally, I don't want anything to do with any rioting or looting or any racial violence whatsoever. And if I get any comments on my channel that are racist, I'm reporting them immediately. And I'm also banning that person from my channel. And I am extremely 100% serious about this. But worse than that, much more far-reaching than that, I want everybody watching this video, everybody, to ask themselves, let's ask all of ourselves, what is wrong with me? Right, would I ever hurt somebody would I ever do something unprovoked and hurt someone because of their race or because of whatever? And if I'm capable of that, where did it all start? Who gave me that suggestion? I'll tell you right now, a lot of it's media for a lot of us folks. And teenagers are very impressionable here. It's media. I'm telling you guys, it's what we're watching. It's the attitudes that are being presented to us. It's angering because it's unrighteous. If something really bothers us, it's probably because some element of what we're bothered by is unrighteousness. And if we are ourselves, if any of us are really kind of messed up a little bit, sorry folks, there's just a lot of glare. I can't tell what's going on. I think my video's still going. If we've kind of lost it a little bit, if we lost our way, we know at least somewhat of what we're allied with. Let's get back on some kind of track of, oh, yeah, we actually are good people. Right? I used to have a paper out in this area. It's been a while. No, but let's get out of our homes. I understand why people are walking around here. There's a lot of, everybody's trying to get outside their houses. But yeah, another question I have. How are you guys able to control your temper, man? You guys tell me. I'm all ears. I don't blame anybody one bit for being irate right now. Saying some very angry things. Coronavirus, plus the killing of George. What's his last name? I don't know. Anyway, and then other things. Tax season, everything, and those three things, boom, boom, boom. Just don't kill anybody, don't hurt anybody. You can make your responses to this video, yell, scream, I don't care. But again, if I hear anything racist, no tolerance for that stuff, folks. Alright, you guys take care. Catch you guys later. Bye for now.